is Singham. How can I be there? I'm Kavya. I'm the one he's in love with. He's protecting me. I'm this bholi bhali achhi ladki. Oh yes, it was wonderful working with Ajay. Couldn't have asked for a better launch. I don't know how this controversy even started, that I don't consider myself a South actress anymore, which is ridiculous. I was in the 9th grade at that point of time. I was 13 or 14 or something when I did that. He slaps her. And she turns around and she's like, yeah, I deserve it, give me one more slap. Hi, this is Kajal Aggarwal and you are watching Bollywood Hungama.
We have this today Kajal Aggarwal, who's making her presence felt in Singham. Wonderful to have you on Bollywood Hungama, first of all.
Thank you, my pleasure.
When we see this poster, Ajay Devgn in 3 avatars and all, don't you feel कि यार मुझको भी होना चाहिए था इस poster के अंदर?
No, this is Singham. How can I be there? I'm Kavya.
You're the main lead.
Kavya. I'm the one he's in love with. He's protecting me. So he's the first one, not me. I'm this bholi bhali achhi ladki.
That is absolutely fine, but you're the main lead of the film. So आपको लगता नहीं that you should be there in the poster?
No, see, essentially it's an action flick. Right. Singham is an action flick. Of course, it does have a lot of other elements to it, like emotions and drama and this entire lovely love angle to it between me and Ajay. But at the end of the day, it is the genre is action, sure. And we are happy to promote it that way.
Being part of Rohit Shetty's film, I'm sure it must be quite a high because. He's having a fantastic success ratio as far as box office is concerned.
Certainly he is. And not just that, of course he is extremely successful, but he's just such a wonderful person to work with. He keeps the environment very light, very fun-filled, very entertaining. And he's a very talented director. So I'm really glad to have started out with him.
But he's a tough taskmaster as well. There are days when he can be quite a taskmaster, in fact.
He is a taskmaster, but I think that's a good thing, that's and it's that's a sign of professionalism. So he knows what he wants and he knows how to get it. So that's very good.
Isn't it ironical that your name is Kajal and Ajay's wife's name is Kajal as well? So.
It is not an irony, I would call it a serendipity. Okay. And I have always been a very big fan of hers and I hope to meet her soon.
Okay, and how's the experience of working with Ajay Devgn? He's one of the finest actors that we have.
Oh yes, it was wonderful working with Ajay. He is one of the biggest talents that this country can boast of. Okay. And not just that, he is again a very nice person. Being such a big star, he's still so humble and down to earth. Very encouraging as a co-star, very cooperative, very supportive. So I couldn't have asked for a better launch.
The promos of Singham, I think they are very, very catchy, and the moment you see it, you can't just take it out of your mind. But don't you think it's more a male-driven film as such? What scope does an actress has in this film?
Like I said, yes, it is an action film, but I don't believe that an actress can only have scope if she's seen enough on screen, if she's seen for probably an hour or an hour and a half. Even if the role is for 10 minutes, I think you can still make your presence felt. And it's just about sheer hard work and dedication which can get you noticed.
Okay, and one more thing which has been noticeable in the last few days, that films catering to the hinterland, like the interiors of the country, I think they are a raging success at the box office as well. We've seen in the case of Dabangg, like you can have an already, I think, falls somewhat into the similar bracket as well. Double Dhamar as well, one can say that as well. Do you feel happy with that situation, that people are taking on to the masala flicks once again in a big way?
Commercial films have always been very highly appreciated in any language, be it in the South, be it in Hindi, be it in Hollywood. You know, commercial films always work well. That's one thing which just strikes with the audience. And secondly, the new trend that I have noticed, like you said, is that we are going back to the interiors of our country, which is a very good thing because it's making our Indian cinema, it's like pan-India, you know. Somebody in a small remote city in probably Bihar is going to be able to relate to Singham, or somebody in a big city like Bombay is going to be able to relate to Singham. So it's becoming like the audiences are coming together. That's what I feel. Everyone is going to be able to connect to it on the same platform, which is a very good thing for our country.
I read in the newspapers today that apparently you are a big star down south. I think one of your biggest hits is Magadhira. I don't know if I've pronounced it right or not. But apparently the South producers, they're not happy with you because you said that you're more keen on work in Bollywood. What exactly is that controversy all about?
Okay, I never said anything like that. I am very proud to be a South actress, and my loyalties definitely lie with the South. And I've always maintained that from day one. What happened was, first of all, I wasn't even in the country when all this started up.
Germany,
yes, I was in Germany, and I was out of the country for almost a month. So I don't know how and where. Yes, I was shooting for Dhada, a Telugu film of mine, with Mr. Nagarjuna's son, Nag Chaitanya. Yes, and that's the time when all this cropped up. I don't know how this controversy even started, but there was this publication that asked me, "Are you going to relocate to Bombay?" So to clarify that, what I answered was that there's no question of relocating because I live in Bombay. I was born and brought up in Bombay, and my house is here, and my parents are here, and my family and friends and everyone's here. Right. I moved down south for work, and I come back home, which is Bombay. So they misquoted it as me saying that I don't consider myself a South actress anymore, which is ridiculous, and I would never say that.
Something about your experience down south. How's been your innings over there?
Lovely. It's been 4 years now that I have been working in the South industry, and it's a fabulous industry. I totally love my South movies. I love my Telugu and Tamil movies, and I hope and I plan to continue doing Hindi as well as my South films simultaneously.
And I believe before going down south, you had, I think, a small role in Kyun Ho Gaya Na as well. That is Vivek Oberoi and Aishwarya Rai Bachchan's film as well. So why did you opt for a small bit role, which I think no one even remembers now?
I was in the 9th grade at that point of time. I was 13 or 14 or something when I did that. At that point of time, acting was not even on the agenda. Okay. I mean, I was very focused on my education back then. I wanted to, in fact, do my MBA, which hasn't happened so far, but will happen eventually. And then I got a lot of offers from the South when I was in college.
You're a graduate?
Yes, I am a graduate.
In which subject?
I did my Bachelor's of Mass Media, Advertising and Marketing.
You continue, you're saying something.
So at that point of time, I did get a lot of South offers when I was in college. And only then did I decide to take it up. And only then I decided to make this as a full-time career option for me. Again, I did get a lot of Hindi offers while I was working in the South. But something or the other just didn't work. Like I didn't have the dates, or I wasn't happy with the story, or something wasn't right for me. So when Singham came along, everything was perfect. My dates worked out fabulously well. I was working with the dream team. Couldn't ask for anything better. Doing a story that I like, in a language that I'm comfortable in. Why would I say no? Everything worked out perfectly well for me.
You are, I think, you're established actress down south, but people from the Hindi belt, those who follow Bollywood keenly, they still have to, I think, know a lot about you. So if you can briefly tell us more about yourself, your likes and dislikes in Hindi films. What are the sort of films that you grew up watching and liking?
All of us, I think, since I was born and brought up in Bombay, I have grown up on Hindi movies.
I think I'll have to interrupt you over there because you're saying Bombay quite often, but don't you think you're just
Mumbai?
Igniting another controversy? I'm fine with Bombay, but I don't know.
It's the same thing. Okay, sorry, force of habit. I'm not here for creating controversies.
I'm fine with Bombay.
Don't give these ideas to anyone now. Okay, Mumbai. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Mumbai. Of course, I've grown up on Hindi cinema, and I love watching all these kuch hota hai sort of Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge, kuch hota hai sort of movies. Ever since I can remember, I mean, I've been following all sorts of Hindi cinema, and I'm a total sucker for love stories. Love watching love stories.
The earlier generations, like a 50s, 60s and all, did you like those in that cinema? Do you follow
Yes,
that cinema?
I do. Of course I do. And I also like watching a lot of classics. But my favorite would be the DDLJ generation.
Both DDLJ as well as Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, they starred Kajol incidentally.
Yes, and she happens to be my favorite actress.
Did you discuss it with Ajay on set?
I told him.
What are the discussions like?
I told him that I'm such a big fan of hers. So he said, okay, whenever we do have the time and whenever it's possible, I'll make you meet her.
So have you met her?
Not yet. Unfortunately, no. But hope to meet her soon.
So what will be your reaction when you meet her? Will you tell her that these are your favorite films?
Of course I will. I'm so looking forward to seeing her.
Apart from Kajol, like who are the actresses that you have just looked up to in Bollywood?
I've always been a very big Sridevi fan ever since I was a baby. And I now like Priyanka Chopra. I like Aishwarya Rai. From my contemporaries, I think all of them are extremely talented, first of all.
Sure.
And I specifically like Deepika. I think she's very versatile. And I like Sonakshi. She's got a lot of potential. So we have fabulous talent here in Hindi.
You know that those are very diplomatic answers. You know what I'm looking for is primarily something coming from your heart, like a Madhubala
This
or a
is from
Meena
my
Kumari.
heart.
Fair enough. But something like a Madhubala or a Meena Kumari, have they inspired you in any way?
Of course, Madhubala and Meena Kumari are the very reverend yesteryear actresses who everyone in the industry would look up to. So of course I respect them and I love watching their cinema.
Any of the films that have really inspired you of these actresses?
I also like Nargis a lot. She's a fabulous actress. I mean, these are the actresses who don't really have to put in too much effort. You know, their face is like a canvas. I mean, they can just get into any expression very easily. So yes, I've watched a lot of their cinema and they are highly inspiring.
Any of the films of these guys that have really been your favorites?
I like Mother India. I like Shri 420. Then which are the other Raj Kapoor Nargis films, dude? I love their combination.
Avara is there and Aag is there. Lots of them, in fact.
Exactly.
They worked in many films, in fact.
Very clearly remember this one very nice scene between the two of them where he slaps her. And she turns around and she's like, yeah, I deserve it. Give me one more slap. Oh my God, like that is such like an extremely raw form of romance, which is so beautifully displayed between the two of them.
जंगली गरीब अनपढ़ आवारा हूँ मुझे साइज की नाजुक तितली को छूने की तमीज नहीं मेरे सख्त हाथों से तुम्हारे फूल से बदन को ठेस लगती है मैंने माँ से पहले कहा था कि बचपन के दिन और बचपन के साथी फिर कभी लौट कर नहीं आए अच्छा वो तुमने मुझे मेरा नीचा दर्जा याद दिला दिया
It's really an inspiring scene. In fact, we used that sort of romance for a film of mine down south.
Which was that?
Magadhira.
Apparently, it's a huge hit.
It is. It is one of the biggest films down south.
So how was the experience of working in Magadhira, in fact?
Fabulous. For those who haven't seen the film, please do see it. It is one of the finest movies in our Indian cinema, not just the South Indian cinema. It was a wonderful experience because I played the role of a princess 400 years ago, and then how she is reborn into a normal girl who's living in 2011. So it was a wonderful thing to actually juggle between 400 years back and now.
How do you prepare for a role? Like, say, you've been given a character to portray. What is your process like? Do you internalize? Do you take time for just researching it, or just are you a method actor?
I do research a lot. I also take inspiration from a lot of senior actresses. If they have performed in a role similar to what I'm doing, I do take a lot of inspiration. And the most important thing for me is to have discussions with my director. I like to sit with the director and know what exactly is in his mind. So we can together work out something that he and me both are okay with.
You said that you've done mass media graduation. Apart from that, you'd like to do an MBA and all as well.
Eventually,
eventually?
not now.
I hope that really happens as well.
I hope so too.
Do you at times indulge in say how you should be branding yourself or you should be positioning yourself? Because these days, like say a Katrina Kaif and Priyanka Chopra or Kareena Kapoor, I think they're very clear as to how they want to be projected. Like even if they do a Sheila Ki Jawani, if Katrina does it, she just carries off that song with her, even if the film flops, but the song becomes a raging hit. But the way it is planned, the way it is projected, there's a lot of thought has gone into it.
No, I haven't strategized so much about my career and about myself so much. I know I should be doing it because I have studied it in detail. But no, I am right now very focused on my acting. I want to make myself strong and make acting my forte first of all. And yes, eventually I will probably start planning as how I would like to be branded. But that's just not like a one-man thing. I mean, there's an entire team that goes into it. And as of now, this is just my first Hindi film, so I do feel that I have a bit of time to go for that.
Have you got any offers from within Bollywood?
I
so
have,
far?
but I cannot disclose any details right now about those.
Any hints, any actors that you can possibly be pairing with?
I'm strictly not allowed to give details. Okay, you asked me the same question 10 days later. I promise to give you answers.
Today is what, 11th, and the movie is releasing on 22nd. Okay, basically post the release of the film, you want to say
Will I be
that?
able to announce? Yes.
Okay. Personally, I feel that I've followed Rohit Shetty's career, and when I'm seeing the promos of the film, I think that the film is a success. It's going to be a commercial success. Do you feel that being part of a commercially successful film to start off with in Hindi cinema, it's a damn good way to start, even if it's a hero-driven film, but still whoever is there in the film gets noticed?
Yes, that is true. But at the same time, I feel that to get noticed, you have to put in your best. I mean, if you are just there as a pretty face, you are going to be noticed, but you're just going to be a pretty face. You do have to put in your best. You do have to work very hard. And of course, a movie which is a hit is good for anybody. I mean, it is going to do very good for your career. And yes, you're right. It is a good way to start.
You're saying that you have to be more than a pretty face. So, if at all any of the scenes that have been there, which you feel that will get you noticed and you're very confident about in the film, Singham?
There are a lot of scenes. My character is essentially a very happy-go-lucky, mischievous girl. She loves to play her pranks, so I do end up playing pranks even on the hero. So yeah, those are very cute scenes, very identifiable scenes.
तू है मेरा खुदा, अब न होना जुदा, कर दे करम के दिल ये चैन पाएगा.
My character is like a girl next door, so I'm sure everyone's going to be able to relate to her.
You want to project yourself, in fact you have not planned it as of now, but as an intense actor, someone like I was watching Meenakshi Shishadri's film Damani yesterday.
Oh, I love that film. I love
the way
it.
she just pulled off that intense role was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Or maybe like a Shri Devi, like a Chalbaz or Madhuri, the way she does it. Lamhe, in fact, yeah. So do you have it in mind that this is something that I can carry off better than the other, maybe the comedy or maybe the intense aspect, or do you have it in mind as such?
No, I believe that I can play any genre. And I would like to believe that, and I would like to prove that as well.
Finally, if you have to tell our audience what is special about Singham that they should be looking forward to.
I would like to tell all of y'all, please go watch Singham, and please go watch it in the theatre and say no to piracy.
That was Kajal Aggarwal talking about her film Singham, which is releasing shortly. Her co-star is Ajay Devgn. She's spoken about the director, she's spoken about the film. She's also spoken about her likes in Bollywood, because many people still may not be knowing her as such. So now you finally know what all she has in store, as far as what are the things that she has grew up on and what are the kind of things that she can possibly offer. And Kajol is her favorite actress, and she's looking forward to meeting her. Thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama. Lovely to have you, and all the best wishes for Singham and your South films and all your future ventures in Bollywood.
Thank you so much.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.